good salesperson knows that the sales process does not stop at the point of purchase. Keeping your customers engaged and happy is just as important. Unfortunately, this strategy is not always followed by most companies. 44% of companies focus more time on customer acquisition versus the 18% that focus more on customer retention. Another 30% prioritize both equally. The bottom line is that if you're not doing so already, your agency needs to spend at least half of its time and resources to customer retention. It costs 7 to 9 times more for an insurance agency to attract a new customer than it does to keep one. Furthermore, reducing customer defections by as little as 2% per year is equivalent to cutting costs by more than 10%. And as if these statistics weren't compelling enough, 89% of customers view customer service as the driving factor for their decision to renew. Your agency could benefit by working smarter, not harder. And all it requires is a little investment in retention and customer service. In this video, we'll look at tactics to help your agency retain customers from year to year. In particular, we'll answer the following questions. What practices should I prioritize to focus on customer retention? How can I create more touch points with my policyholders? How can I use upselling to keep my customers loyal to my agency? Customer loyalty begins first with exceptional communication. Because you don't want to over-communicate, we understand that some producers have an aversion of sending regular emails. While I don't recommend contacting policyholders weekly, we do think you should have a set of strategic touch points throughout the year. Trying to figure out the balance might be tough, so we've provided templates for you to use as a starting point. Be sure to also include customer service representatives on your team in this activity so that you can account for messages that you're both sending to prospects. Here is the customer communication template we recommended. After a purchase, you should have no less than 5 touch points with your customer before their annual renewal. Your first touch point should be within the first quarter after the policy has been purchased. This is your thank you message. This can happen through email or phone call. But because many agencies send thank you cards as a standard practice, you may want to do the same to stay competitive. If possible, invest in quality stationery, so your thank you notes stand out from the crowd. Another tip is to buy packages of stationery from a variety of card types, so you're not always sending the same card types to policyholders. Be sure to mention the customer's name as well as 1 or 2 details on why you've enjoyed working with them so far. Maybe you like how passionate they are about their business, or how knowledgeable they were during the sales process. This will let them know you're invested in their relationship. And finally, allude to your future interactions so they can anticipate the next time you'll be reaching out. Your second touch point can also occur within the first quarter after the policy's been purchased. Instead of a thank you card, provide information about your agency. Maybe you can feature a customer success story, one that might resonate specifically with your new policyholder. Or maybe you can share a list of perks that they can expect to receive throughout the year, such as exclusive webinars or consulting services. Your third touch point should happen in the second quarter, after the policy's been purchased, and it gives you the green light to cross-sell. Cross-selling is when you sell a different but related product to a customer. There are generally 2 types of cross-selling situations. Customers who already own the policy from another carrier, and customers who don't already own the policy. For the former, these prospects respond best when you sell your expertise. Do the research to make the prospect feel like you fully understand their challenge, why it makes sense to switch to your agency, and what benefits they receive. For those who don't already own the policy, focus your pitch on education. Help them understand their own needs for the specific insurance product, then sell. Your fourth touch point should happen in the third quarter. Since you just spent your last touch point selling, we recommend switching it up by focusing your communication on providing value in the form of education. This can typically happen in the form of a newsletter. However, you can also do something more low maintenance, such as sharing an interesting article or checklist. Most importantly, make sure the share is personalized to each business so they know it's not a mass email. As a final touch point in the fourth quarter, we recommend sending a greeting card. Similar to the thank you card you shared in the first quarter, use this time to set expectations for your next visit. For example, it'd be smart to end with a message such as, "Our annual review of the policy is coming up. Please let me know if you have any questions beforehand." While regular and consistent communication is critical to ensuring customer retention, Customer service is just as important. In addition to using the communication template we just shared, there are a handful of other moments in the customer's journey when it's important to reach out. This may be obvious, but you should reach out before a premium increases. I know many agents prefer to let the sleeping dog lie, but when you know a client is going to receive a big premium increase, we recommend being proactive about it. If you're open and honest about it, the good clients will appreciate it. You can also give people an opportunity to change coverages around or identify any additional discounts to reduce the effect. Orient your conversation around what is causing the increase and what can be done to offset it if needed. Assume that leaving your agency is not an option. Another key moment where you should reach out is during the claims process. Customers who have had a claim in the last policy period are one of the most likely segments of your client base to non-renew. You can capitalize on this by positioning yourself as a resource during the claims process. As an agent, you play an integral role in your client's claim experience. In order to do so, you need to establish a procedure to contact customers who have claims and follow up regular until that claim is complete. And finally, reach out when your customer has had a big life event, whether good or bad. For example, if you know your customer is in the middle of a big store move, then send a housewarming note or gift. Even if it's a personal home move, a similar gesture would be appreciated. Many customers seek a more personal relationship with their agent, one where the agent not only cares about their work relationship, but also their personal one. Insurance by itself is valuable, but insurance with a backing of a local agent is priceless.